It's been 7 decades since the first set of NASCAR drivers graced the tracks and paved the way for a generation of fast and furious drivers in a multi-million-dollar industry. And today, NASCAR's reign as the motorsports champion is phasing out as drivers and team owners are shifting camps. Is NASCAR coming to an end? In a startling turn of events, many sources have claimed that NASCAR teams are contemplating the possibility of competing in off-season friendly races that NASCAR does not authorize. According to a report by Adam Stern of Sports Business Journal, the Race Team Alliance has instructed the famous marketing agency Wasserman to explore exhibition race opportunities both domestically and internationally. In that article, Stern revealed that teams are interested in this since they are trying to generate a profit and are seeking any possible new revenue streams. Now, if NASCAR stars like Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson compete in non-NASCAR race cars in some friendly charity or exhibition races and/or series, do you think NASCAR diehard fans would still be interested in the race tournaments? The primary reason for this struggle is that teams are looking for other means of gaining profits, getting endorsement deals, and making more money to improve their teams. What the teams are looking for seems impossible because to NASCAR, teams looking for a new revenue source is like diverting from the norms and tradition. From what it looks like, teams feel they have the legal standing to undertake some type of exhibition races as long as it's non-NASCAR race cars and branded attire. One idea could be a current version of the International Race of Champions. It was an exhibition series that began in the early 1970s with a lot of excitement but later didn't get the expected TV ratings. The TV ratings were low and people did not attend the race, forcing the organizers to end it in 2007. If we are to revisit previous speculations, NASCAR teams always have issues with revenue distribution, and some people have pointed this out several times. Under-the-radar conversations in 2022, NASCAR Cup Series teams' assigned budgets have been in motion but have yielded little to no profit as far as the athletes who compete on the track are concerned. Different team representatives met with the governing body officials to discuss the issues that several owner-operators have raised in the sport. Big names in NASCAR, including Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski, have once raised this issue. The team submitted their proposals to the team's negotiation committees in June this year, and after that, NASCAR addressed the meeting. The governing body revealed the proposal of each team in September, and on October 6, members of the committee, including Rouse Fenway, Steve Newmark, and Dave Alpern, spoke to the media about the proceedings. The RTA that met with the media emphasized that they have a passion for the sport and don't intend to leave NASCAR, but that the model in which the 60-80 percentage points of the team's revenue comes from sponsorships must stop or be twisted slightly. Also, they stated that more than reducing expenses would be needed. This is why representatives from each team came together to maximize profits for their organizations while at the same time helping NASCAR to reevaluate the TV rights of the sport. The primary objective that spurred their efforts was to make more money, and very soon, the governing body will begin to negotiate with the highest bidder for TV rights with the charter allocations for the various teams competing in the sport. Michael Jordan's business partner, Curtis Polk, revealed that demands need to be resolved on both sides, as the sport had already delayed an answer. According to him, they waited for 3 months while continuously urging NASCAR to react because team owners were losing their patience. NASCAR responded with a minor revenue increase, emphasizing decreasing costs. Polk also mentioned that the cost of NASCAR's next-gen vehicle is virtually set, which suggests that some employees will be laid off. If you can recall, this is not the first time that upper management of NASCAR has been presented with a proposal that will upset them, and fans believe that the RTA move will upset the sport's governing body. In the 1990s, a similar issue arose, but fortunately for NASCAR, they overcame the threat. Fans are now frustrated and uninterested because the same thing keeps happening. The race for which motorsports company will dominate the market and garner a huge fan base just got fiercer. Recently, NASCAR is competing against top sports like the NBA, NFL, and MLB. However, it faces major competition from Formula One, which is also popular and formidable. Formula One started producing the documentary series Drive to Survive in collaboration with Netflix, and since then, the racing sport has picked up many people's interest worldwide. The U.S. market is a major contributor to these outstanding expansions, and the fame of Formula One in the USA has reached an excellent height. As a result, NASCAR will organize several races all over the country in 2023. But if NASCAR is serious about becoming a dominant force in sports worldwide, They need to find media that will usher a new fan base while retaining loyal fans. One of the greatest approaches would be to organize exhibition matches during the off-season. If the RTA is successful, popular teams such as Hendrick Motorsports and 2311 Racing, owned by Michael Jordan, will be the ones to kickstart the move. As part of the charter agreement with NASCAR, teams must comply with various limitations during the exhibition race. But after 2024, this agreement will cease to exist. These exhibition races will start as early as the off-season of 2023. So if you are a NASCAR fan, here are some possible changes you should expect in the 2023 NASCAR schedule. NASCAR may be returning to the Chicago market in one way or another. NASCAR has revealed for a long time that it would like to expand to metropolitan areas, and we have seen with the LA Clash that the Chicago street course can be a huge success. So, in 2023, NASCAR will be back in the Chicago market through the streets or the Speedway. Also, there will be a change with the Portland International Speedway. NASCAR has been planning to go out west. The Northwest is an untapped market area for NASCAR. Dates may be moved around, and the Xfinity and even the Cup Series may be moved out there because it fits NASCAR's narrative, a plan to enter a new market in the Northwest, as well as fitting the rumor that NASCAR wants more roads with the next-gen car. Another thing is that the Indianapolis Motor Speedway will see a major change in its road course going back to the oval. The road course was a success when it came to on-track products, but the issue is that the TV ratings did not reflect it, and there was a low turnout from the fans. Most fans want the old backyard 400 back, and as some important figures are pushing the agenda, it will happen in 2023. There will be a return to tradition, and NASCAR will branch out in other ways. It may be one of the top 3 series, Canada or Mexico, but NASCAR will soon be in international racing. After all, the COVID pandemic is going down, so NASCAR could go to different countries. In the course of ushering in a younger and newer fan base, NASCAR could start shorter races in 2023 as the best way to attract new fans, although many old fans won't like this. 2 tracks are particularly the biggest for short opening races, Atlanta and Texas. The 500-mile Atlanta race for a super speedway took a long term, and even diehard fans got bored of it occasionally. To reduce that, NASCAR will probably have 2 400 miles in 2023, or it would be a 400-miler if they had one race. Are you expecting something about the finals? Here it is. Phoenix Raceway has been a track that's been revamped over the years, but NASCAR fans have grown tired of a boring track. NASCAR has seen a huge ratings drop with Phoenix compared to Homestead, in a way to boost it at the end of the current TV deal, and in a way to get more investors regarding broadcasters. It might be a move that NASCAR can play to show people in the short term that they are a viable option to bring along, and in addition to that, it has much better racing than Phoenix does. In 2023, the Clash at the Coliseum will be back. It is the first event on the schedule, and it will return for a short season. The Clash is usually staged at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, and qualified drivers will race around a purpose-built 0.25-mile asphalt oval inside the legendary venue. The first edition of this race was successful. Fans loved it, and it's why NASCAR is bringing it back in 2023. Contrary to the norms, there will only be 2 Saturday Cup races in 2023. The Cup Series will only happen on Sundays, starting in 2023, and there are only 2 Saturdays on the schedule. The first Saturday will be the regular season finale at Daytona International Speedway in August, and the second will be the playoffs at Bristol in September. Now that you have gotten a clear answer to those important questions, what are your thoughts on these potentially big moves and changes?